Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is SAP Analytics Cloud Learning Series, and today I have come up with another topic. In my previous video, we learned about how you can create this MTD QTD YTD and other time-related calculations in Story. In today's video, we will see how we can create these calculations at a model level, not at a story level. uh, there are pros and cons of it. When you create any calculations in story, those calculation scope is only related to that story. You cannot you reuse them in another story. So you're creating any other story on top of that model, you have to recreate all that calculations in that story. So they are very story specific calculations. Within the story, into the different pages you can use, but not into any other story. When you create these calculations at a model level, uh, it's very easy to inherit. Whatever story you create on top of that model, those calculations can be used. So suppose on your financial model or any sales related data model or any other data model, there are number of different balance sheet stories, or these KPIs are reused in you can say various scenario. Like sometimes you're showing this KPIs against some product, sometimes this KPIs again some cost center. There is a different business and case scenarios, and you want to create a number of stories using those calculations. Then go for creating these calculations at model level. uh, and the second thing is performance wise also it's better, because on story it will be on the fly calculation, but on the model level, when you load the story, it will load more faster than when you create more calculations at a story level. So as you can see, this is my simple sales data model. These are some measures I have. Now I will create this QTD YTD measures in my model. I will switch to the calculation management. Under the calculation management, you can see there are no any calculated or conversion measures as of now. I will add a plus button. Then I will name it as a QTD model, QTD calculation, and description as a QTD underscore model. Then I will go and open the calculation bar. Then we have a different functions. Which are built-in functions available in SAC. In that, we will go for the business calculations, and under the business calculation, you will see this MTD QTD YTD, ready to available built-in function. Earlier it was not possible. Earlier we used to do some calculation using lookup or restrict, and then we used to add the dynamic time calculations to calculate the QTD, YTD, and MTD. But after that, in some QRC, SAP released this business already built-in functions. You just directly use them, like click on MTD, double click it, the formula will be ready. And in the below, you get a good description about that, what is that function, what is the syntax, and even example also, how you can formulate this function. So this is really good. If you're new and you don't know how to use that function, you can refer the examples and build in the function. So the first obviously will be the measure. So I am taking base measure as a sales only. Then the date dimension in your model. Okay, date, and you can then validate the function. It is not throwing any error. Okay, my formula I selected was QTD. Then I will go for the QTD. Double click, the function will be available. Again, sales. Then alt control date, whatever date available. Okay, and then save. Similarly, I will add MTD also. MTD, MTD model. And this is more dynamic also if compared to what story calculations we did. MTD double click again, sales, I'll control date. Okay. And again, I will add one more YTD, YTD, YTD model. Again, into the formula bar, under the business YTD, then sales and date available. Okay. Then there are many other different, you know, business formulas available. You can refer to anyone that is required. There is like a moving average, then weighted average, then YOV also, then even CAGR like compound annual growth rate also you can calculate between any 2 years. Then I will go for YOV, sales and date. Okay, and save. Now I will show you how this in the model itself, you can review the data. This measures even sales also. And then in the columns, I will, or in the rows, I will add date. And when you drill according to that level, this. So MTD, obviously I have to drill more at the month level, then the MTD will be visible. So as you can see, the sales, that is the base measure available, then QTD for each, row it is getting calculated, MTD also similarly. So for example, look at this 23001, the monthlies, then obviously MTD will be same what the monthly sales is. Then QTD, obviously this is the first quarter of 2023. Then it started, then it started running total, 2023-01 plus 02, then the QTD. And if you look at the YTD, year till date, obviously January, then and it goes on. Okay. And if we drill down to any other quarter, the next quarter, then again we will see the next QTD for that. Then so we have QTD, MTD, YTD, and the YOV percentage. So you can review your data when you do any calculations at model level. You can preview the data in the bottom and check, okay, how the calculations are running. So this was about MTD, QTD, and YOV calculations. Now I want to calculate, previous year. That also you can do here in model. Again, I will open the left panel and I will, just hide the data preview view because I want to create on calculations. So just name this YOV model. Okay, I will save. Now I want to go with the previous periods. So, okay, now let's create the previous year. So, okay, previous year. or let's go with the previous month first. Okay, previous month, open the formula. Now for getting the calculations related to any previous period, it might be month, quarter, or year. There are no any built-in functions. You have to formulate a formula using the available functions. So we will be using a lookup and functions. Okay, so I will be using restrict. Click on restrict. Then the first is sales. Then this is date, and date equal to, then I will be using some time related dynamic functions. For previous, I will be using the previous function, previous. In the previous function, there are two parameters that you have to pass. First is the granularity, and next is the period, like offset. For how many offset you look, it should look back. Okay. Now, obviously, I need a previous month. That's why my granularity will be month, and it's a 1 month. That means the offset is 1. Okay. So this is how you use the restrict formula. Then you click on OK. Then it will throw a warning. Any formula that when you use a restrict and you use some other dimensions in a restrict, then that must be added as a required dimension also. Okay. Otherwise, it will keep throwing the warning sign. So what you do is go into the required dimension and add date as a required dimension and save. Then the warning will be gone. So whenever you are using this previous month or any formula that you created using restrict and some dynamic time functions, like here we use the previous function, then it is must that you add date dimension in columns or rows whenever you are creating any visualization on top of that. So required dimension means this will calculate only if you add date in rows and columns for that table or the any chart or any visualization that you're creating. So this is previous month. Then I will add previous quarter. Similarly, you can just copy this formula, Control A, Control C, and go here. Then previous quarter, go into the formula, paste this formula. Instead of month, just put this as a quarter. Okay. Similarly, again in the required dimensions, you have to add the date field and save. Similarly, we will be creating previous year and again copy the formula. Instead of obviously month, the granularity will be year and go back to 1, and the required dimension in that we will be adding the date. Again save. So now we have created the previous period related formulas also. We can go back to previous month, then previous quarter and previous year. I will save this, and again we can view these formulas in the data preview, and in the measures, other members, I will add everything, and of course sales also. So when you keep drilling down accordingly, so now we look at the previous year. So for 2023, previous year is 2022, so it is showing previous year. Okay, you know so similarly for 2025, the previous year is 2024, 1678. So 1678. Now let's drill down more. Suppose 2025, then half yearly. Okay, so the quarter one, it's 447, and obviously 2025's quarter, last quarter would be this one, the December month quarter, this one, which is 455. So for 2025, the previous year quarter, it is showing 2024-04. So, according to the drill level of your date, at which level you are, the calculations, these calculations will show the data. But there is this, I don't understand, this is a glitch or some technical problem with SSE. When you create this, the built-in functions like QTD, MTD, YTD, YOV calculations, and the other previous year calculations using restrict. When you do the data preview in model, this works fine, okay? Because if whenever you drill down, according to that, you will see the data. But when you will add this all calculations in story table, it doesn't show data. Like when you add a QTD, YTD, this built-in functions with the restrict, sometimes it shows and it doesn't show. So I don't know, there is some problem with this. Even I'm going to raise this to SAP. You also try and let me know if you are not getting this issue. Uh, like it might be related to some technical problem, or for moment it happened, I don't know. But in the model data preview it shows. So this is how you can create this calculations at model level. Now we have another calculation. So now I am in December month for this year. Now I want to see the sales, what were the sales in the previous year December. You can create those kind of a calculations also. I'll just disable the preview. Then again we will click on this. Then previous year, current month. That is, current month is December 2025, but I want to see 12 months offset back. Okay. Then it will be similar formula as a previous month only. Just copy this, go here. Instead of 1, the offset put as a 12. So it will, look back to the previous 12 months. Again, put the required dimension as a date and save. Similarly, I want to see now current quarter is Q4 of 2025. I want to see what was sales for Q4 2024. Copy this previous quarter formula and previous year current quarter. Copy the formula. And obviously we have 4 quarters in a year. Then we will set the offset to 4. It will go back to the 4 quarters back. That means the same previous quarter we had. And again, required dimensions. Never forget to add the required dimensions, otherwise it will keep throwing the unnecessary warnings, and at story level also. So now I have created this calculations also. I will disable the, then again into the data preview view, images, other, I will add everything that we created now, and sales also. And we will drill down and let's compare 2024 and 2025. Let's stick to January, and this is quarter 1. Okay, this is the January month sales. It's 151,119. Okay, for the current month. Now here the previous month is showing for January, it's 137,417. Okay, 137,417. Now we will see 24 January. What was it? 137,470. See, this is how even previous current quarter also this is how it will show, you know. So this is how you can create this time related matrices in model level. This is the you can say recommended and best practice to create these calculations at model level. This is more dynamic also, you know, for any period it is showing, you know, the value and tracking back it to might be previous period, or you know, aggregating at quarter level, or you know, month level, disaggregating it. So yeah, this is how it looks. But yeah, mandatory will be adding the date dimension either in the rows and columns. Yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you find this useful. Please add your comments. How are you finding these tutorials? And I wish everyone happy Christmas and a happy New Year. We will see each other in next month with the next topic. Thank you.